Hasim, so for people who don't know, ahead of November the 28th, you've been sparring with YouTube sensation turned boxer Jake Paul, who's fighting Nate Robinson on the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. undercard. Just start us off by telling us how this came about.
What happened was how it started was I was in camp with Joey DeJeco, getting him ready for his fight against the Cuban that he just fought. And the Paul brothers walked in the gym. I didn't know I didn't have any dealings with that camp as far as running it. So I didn't know what the deal was when they came in. But Joey sparred the big brother Logan, and then Jake wanted some work too. So since me and Joey had just finished working, then he worked with Logan, and then I worked with Jake. And then the second time, BJ Flores I've done hundreds of rounds with BJ Flores. We're really good friends. And he's Jake's head coach now. So he hit me up and he was just like, do you have some rounds for Jake Paul? And I'm like, yeah, I know Jake. I'm familiar with Jake. That's cool. Let's do it. So, it's all been, boxing, and it's actually been very refreshing for me to see him take it serious and make such a drastic change from February to October now. So it's been really good to be a part of it.
When you first sparred Jake, and maybe in comparison to now, like when you first went in there, was it very much sort of you were just sort of training him into the spar, sort of getting him to improve little bits of his game?
Yeah, I mean, this is the hurt business, but when we in practice and we sparring, we ain't trying to hurt each other, especially because I know he doesn't come from boxing. You know what I mean? He's doing this for fun because he loves what we do. So it wasn't like I wouldn't say taking it easy on him, but it was kind of like I wouldn't pull out things that I learned my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth year in boxing. I'm gonna stick to the basics and stay behind the jab, throw a sharp right hand. I'm not gonna go too crazy because this Jake is a beginner, and that cost me because the first time I was able to do that. The second time we boxed, he showed me like, nah, you're gonna have to bring some more tools off the shed when we get in here. So yeah, Jake's definitely been getting a lot better.
And what in particular is making him better?
His dedication. He's dedicated to getting his body right. He's dedicated to learning the game. He's studying the game, and he's really putting himself into boxing. He's taking it serious, and I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. At first, I was kind of like, "What? YouTubers really fighting? What's going on?" But I mean, he's showing me more dedication than a lot of people who have 10, 15 pro fights have showed me, and he's only had one. He loves it. He loves the spotlight. He loves being up there on the top of the sports platform, and it's a good thing. I ain't hating on him. Get that paper, get them checks, baby.
So you say that you like it. So is that just you like that Jake boxes, or are you a fan of the whole sort of YouTube boxing scene?
I'm a fan of Jake at the moment. So I would just stick with Jake at the current time. I'm gonna say, okay, I'll give Jake a pass, but I've seen some other YouTube fighters that didn't belong in the ring. So I'll be looking forward to Jake Paul versus KSI. Yeah, I think Jake Paul beats KSI, and I think he might be the best YouTuber that then picked up this boxing thing. I don't think KSI has fundamentally. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Jake. I think KSI has got a good motor. He's got a real good motor, but fundamentally, the fundamentals and technicality that Jake's putting into his game before they even wind up meeting, KSI ain't going to be ready.
KSI's got good heart, good motor. It's a good fight. Do you think that Jake can sort of improve I suppose, can he do what his brother failed to do, which is use the good sort of technical ability that you say that he has to overcome the heart and desire and the motive that KSI brings?
Yeah, yeah. I think Jake would handle KSI actually pretty easy, especially considering his dedication towards the craft and his trainers. They know what they're doing. He has a real good solid team, and I've had insight to KSI's camp, so I know kind of what's going on over there, and what they're doing is not gonna be able to beat or even match what Jake's doing. So if Jake stays on I don't know everything KSI is doing, but if Jake stays doing what he's doing, there won't be a YouTube fighter that'll pose really a problem to him. He's gonna get rid of him as easy as he did Gibb.
Going back to sort of your experiences with Jake, he's fighting Nate Robinson, who's a former NBA basketball player. Are you worried at all that because of Nate's sort of sporting background that he might have an advantage over Jake, or do you think that this is a fight that Jake should be winning quite easily?
I think that Nate underestimated Jake, and I think that Jake's gonna win pretty easy. I say that, man. I think I've never seen Nate box, never seen him hit the pads, never seen him really do anything. I didn't even know he boxed before, but I'll tell you this: Jake has been doing the right things. He's been doing the right type of work, and I believe come November 28th he'll stand victorious.
And at the moment, Jake's only fighting fellow YouTubers or fellow sort of inexperienced boxers. If he were to decide to start fighting professionals, how would you feel about that? Do you feel that he'll be able to protect himself sufficiently in the ring with a professional?
Yeah, he'd be able to protect himself sufficiently for as long as yeah, he'd be all right. He'd be okay. If Jake Paul or any of these other YouTubers really take it serious, not even YouTubers, anybody in the world, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve it. If you put your mind to something, you block out whatever everybody else has to say, you can achieve it. Jake has put his mind to this boxing thing, and he can go as far as he wants with it. I don't think that he even wants to go to world level, though. I don't think. Why would he want to go to world level and fight a trained killer when he could fight, he can fight somebody else and make 10 times more money. This boxing game has to make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Jake didn't dream about winning world titles when he was young. He may want a world title or something like that now, but that's pretty far out of the realm. But what I will say is that he definitely can protect himself, and he's not a stranger to fighting. Jake has a wrestling background. That's a tough guy, so they better watch out. I think he was All-State. I think he was All-State champ in wrestling. Yeah, so it's pretty tough to do in America.
And what do you make? I mean, I'm not taking it too seriously, but his back and forth with Ryan Garcia on social media, which just seems like a bit of fun between a couple of friends for a bit of content. Is it anything more than that?
Ryan Garcia is 130 pounds. Jake's my size. I'm a whole heavyweight. Jake's a cruiserweight. That's never going to happen. You'll never see them in the ring. That's never going to happen. So Jake, not in America.
So Jake, and if I say to you as a pro who you're clearly interested in having big fights, just like your father did, and the big money fights, if Jake Paul or KSI or maybe Logan Paul or any other YouTuber called you out, how would you feel about that? Would you be willing to get in the ring with them?
Absolutely. I would feel like I would be representing boxing at that point. And I would try my best not to let them out of the first minute. So if they want to see entertainment, then yeah, hit me up.
And is that the level?
I find that. Excuse me?
Is that the level of difference? Do you think that if they were in the ring with you in a not sparring in an actual fight, they would? Do you think they would be able to last a minute?
I don't. I mean, I would put my money on the fight ending in the first round. I ain't gonna disrespect him and say first minute, but I would just put it on. Don't. Yeah. I wouldn't. I would feel bad I would feel kind of embarrassed if I let them out the first round. You know what I'm saying? I would have to hold it down for boxing at that point. Ref, he don't belong in here with me, so get him out of here. That's pretty much the mentality that I will be coming with.
And in terms of also on the card that Jake Paul's fighting on, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Have you got an opinion on that fight? Do you agree that they should be getting in the ring at their age?
Man, yeah, I think they'll be fine. They'll be fine. My coach is 80 years old, and he's still moving around really, really good. So I think that Mike and Roy, that's cool. That's good. They're gonna get in there and move around. I don't think that Mike is going to be as explosive as people are thinking he's gonna be. I think Roy has been in the ring and he's been active over the years, so I give the advantage to Roy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I give the advantage to Roy, but you can't ever sleep on Mike Tyson. But in this kind of a setting where they're gonna have bigger gloves, I don't know if they're gonna have headgear or not, but they're gonna have bigger gloves, and they've already been instructed, not to try to kill each other. So it's gonna be that takes away even more from Mike Tyson's advantage. So I think it'll be a good show for Roy at the end of all of it. I think that Roy's gonna try to put on a little boxing show. So I think we'll enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.